Pop your ears. I was driving along today and I noticed number 4 in my list, and I popped my ears and I could hear everything so much better. Number 5, laugh. At least a few chortles, guffaws, and belly laughs. Last at least a few ways. Ha 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 ha. Ho 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 ho. Like Ed McMahon. Number 6, whistle. No, don't be whistling Dixie. That's very politically incorrect. How about the theme song from the Andy Griffith Show is called The Fishing Hole, and it has words. You can sing those too. Let's go down to the fishing hole. Number 7, yodel. Do you know how to yodel? Try it. Yodel-a-oo, yodel-a-oo. Try yodeling. I'll tell you what happens when I yodel. It tickles my ear hairs. I don't think of it in advance and do it on purpose for that reason. But when I yodel, my ear hairs tickle. And our ear hairs arise from follicular cartilage, vellus hair. If it migrates so that it touches the eardrums, it may cause tinnitus or tinnitus. The Guinness World Record for longest ear hairs is a grocer in India who has hair growing out of his ears that's over 10 inches long. He considers it a sign of good luck and prosperity. Number 8, sing. Hey, where did we go when the rains came? You were my brown-eyed girl. Sing something. Just, you know a lot of songs. Sing something. 9, this one involves moving your shoulders. So move your shoulders and things might crack, and it's good for you. Your neck, okay? People around you will wonder what you're doing when you're pivoting your head around like you're in The Exorcist. But exercise your neck. Number 11, hum. Hum, hum, hum. That might tickle your lips and your gums when you hum. Scales. That's number 12. Musical scales. La 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 la. La 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 la. And so on. Next, train whistle. I don't know how many train whistles you have, but I have over a dozen. Toot your train whistle. Here's one. And the biggest one, yeah, look at that. But if you don't have a train whistle, then you can be a human train whistle. And it goes like this. Based upon Tuvan throat singing in Tuva, Mongolia, and Siberia, try hitting more than one note at one time, like, oh, oh. Yes, you may sound like a dog growling and you may frighten everyone around you, but that's train whistle, human train whistle. I'm not going to have the implant done, despite the rumors. And number 14, smile. Well, we've arrived. Time to get out of the car. Thank you.
How to get through the pandemic. So we have about 30 or 45 minutes to write these poems. So this one is about the pandemic. Okay. What happened 2020? This past year, much uncertainty. The months went by so slow, but other times it's a blur to me. It's a pandemic. Are you sure? It can't be true. It doesn't exist. Everyone laughs and doesn't believe, but schools closed and now everyone's pissed. 2 weeks of shutdown became months of confusion. Parents stressed, jobs lost, many changes in living in an illusion. Many got sick, many lives lost. Fear of unknown reaching peak. And staying away, staying home, the loneliness feeling dismal and bleak. One day happy, the next day sad, one day angry, now constantly mad. What's being done? Can we just be free, just a tad? Every single day I fear it'll be bad. This is our new normal, to stay away from each other, no hugs. When from a distance you see family, others scoff and dismiss with a shrug. So what to do during this time to not lose any hope and live, to keep your mind busy, write, create, love, take the time to give. The world is in need of so much more than wearing masks and gloves. What the world really needs is so much healing, unconditional love. That's it.
That's beautiful.
We have time for one more? Ron?
Yes.
Yes? Okay.
Sorry, 1 second. I just need to pull out a link. Sorry. Okay. Go ahead.
Okay, this is another poem I wrote in the writing group. And the prompts were like expectations, New Year resolution, full moon, faith, believer, and choices. Sorry, I haven't practiced reading this, so please bear with me. Infant was born without instructions. What do you expect of the child? In heaven, the soul chooses to live this life. When we come to earth, before we open our eyes, deleted are any signs of strife. We are given parents or not. Sometimes they're taken or choose to selfishly depart. But a resilient little child you are with so much innocence in your loving, growing heart. Twirling terrain, tantalizing trauma, culture, religion, more faith. Continue to grow happy while pieces of you wither and reduce your spirit to a wraith. Emotional impact with mental blockage and physical ailments, who knew? They weren't just excuses but cause for pain to prevent you from learning the truth. Who are you really? Do you even know, or do you just trust everyone's word about you? Gossiping, whispering, all of them, friends and family. Seems now the world doubts you. You've reached the height of success, yet you are drowned in time's debt. Or have you come to a realization that with age comes regret? Because as you have grown up, little one, you lost all your shimmer. By letting their voices get to you, little one, don't let your light get dimmer. Every day becomes night and night becomes day, and now the eve of the full moon. And the roller coaster of life continues, but don't let go of hope so soon. A new year comes and a year ends with so much expectations of you. It's not always others who place the pressure. It's you, if only you knew. You have woken inside and remember your purpose for being here is in the now. The inspirations will flow to you, block the negative, and joy will come if you allow. You remember your past life and the lives before that, and the life you choose before you came. Knowing now more than ever and understanding your purpose, you have woken up to reclaim. Wake up again, little one, because the healing hasn't even begun to be ending. The minute you stopped one demon from coming, your wounds, you're still mending. The light within you, like a candle, it wavers, moves, sways, and flicker. Hold on to your spirituality, your hope, your faith. The power of love is thicker.
Be here first time. I was invited by Ali, Abraham Ali. I think he's coming to the event. And so recently he had a death in his family, as we all have had deaths this year. And it was a young man who was his relative who couldn't leave the streets. So I think my poem is going to be a little dismal. I feel strange reading it. But he was a young man who had left the streets, gangs, and then he returned, only, he kept coming back. So it's entitled Couldn't Leave the Streets. So I'm gonna have to read it, so it's gonna be strange. Okay. He couldn't leave the streets behind, couldn't quit the gang grind, moved up, moved out only to hit rewind. Violence begat violence, a black man's blood is often on the vine. So hard to leave old habits gone bad. Death's door is open, admitting millions of black men to the room of the sad. Always reaching back for the Glock. Time not on your side, in this life you die on the block. Blood ripples out to the sound of the mind clock. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Just couldn't accept the journey and enjoy the ascent of his rise. he kept walking backwards to the suffocating arms of his demise. The voices sang, just stay clean, walk with purpose. The war raged upon you has been won. Beware of the cracks that break our ancestors' mothers' backs. You're too busy worrying about being ungunned. Back in your hood being number one, which essentially equals the king of none. Arrested for murder, permanently stripped from the light of the sun. That death rattle you hear, bruh, is your future Black unborn sons. Bullets are calling you sweet, melodious, shadowed whispers. Hey, Black man, you're done. A little dismal, a love poem. And I have an upcoming book called Salty Seductions, and it has themes of Black fire, Black flower, Blackgasm, we know what that is, Black storms, and Black bliss. So this poem is called The Meeting, and it's the manifestation of what sometimes we as women, and maybe sometimes men, often think a person is saying, but they're not saying it. His voice was calm and kind of low. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
His voice was calm and kind of low. He started with a gentle, reverberating hello. His eyes said, can I touch you? Is this too soon? Would this be all too much for you? I swallowed excited sigh, and I couldn't forget how we talked about mundane things, about lessons learned that we don't want to regret. I'm messing up. The way his eyes closed slightly with his brow crinkled with each smile. His sense of vulnerability and strength spoke to me. I hadn't seen that in a man in a while. I heard him say, damn, I really want to see you again. Can we go to dinner? I said, no, let's do lunch. It's safer, no chance of sensual surrender. I looked to his hands, which were moderately large. All my willpower of resistance began to dislodge. I fantasized promises I was ready to keep. He said that he wanted to dive in, wade in all of our waters real deep. My third eye told me what my body, mind, and soul were made to be seen, heard, and smelled, touched, and tasted by him. So I am Black flower, floating in steaming African waters. I took a long look at his lips and his hands, and I whispered, come swim.
Basically, you know, just stay positive, even though we're going into a new year and it's not been a very, you know, promising year. Last year has been very blue for a lot of us. We've lost loved ones and friends. The other one that I have is like a ballerina, never give up, keep on dancing, even through the dark times. Keep on dancing, keep your head up and your arms balanced out, point your toes, dance positively, dance with confidence, dance with pride. So always, I try not to put myself down, and that's something that I woke up with. And then the last one is never lag in zeal, stay fired up. And when your cinders are burning low, just fan the flame and keep that fire within you and let it glow like a spirit. Ignite the ember and be patient, be passionate, be loving, keep stirring up those flames. And those flames will produce gifts, talents, abundance, and all kinds of wonderful things if we just keep on fanning the flames of greatness. And that's it. I just wanted to share that.
And if you don't know that art is therapy, then I guess you're going to experience it now. And hopefully you begin to develop a desire to engage in art therapy, because it is real, it is healing, and it's my life. Personally, I have a program called the Frontline Art for Life, and we teach therapeutic healing in juvenile prisons and high schools and with at-risk children and adults, because we're all children. At the end of the day, there's a little girl, there's a little boy on the side of all of us screaming. So thank you, Blue. I really appreciated that. You know, we're all hurt right now. We're all in pain. Everyone's in a process of healing right now. And I am in the process of working on a book titled Fatherless Child, You Are Never Alone. So I have two pieces I want to share from my book, and hopefully in March it'll be available. So the first one is titled Crack Was My Religion. At the age of 12, I made a decision to make crack cocaine the god of my religion. I was baptized in the hellfire of cocaine smoke, anointed with the power to deceive, possessed by the spirit of pain, as I sold my soul in vain to the drug game. Blind, deaf, and dumb, I fell in love with the ignorant person that I became. Welcome to my house of shame. Oh, what a faithful servant the devil had in me, as he began to mold me in his image and likeness, shaping me in my own iniquities, preparing me for my destiny. As I slowly digested his recipe, in total submission, I gave him the best of me, and captivated by an illusion, in which once was confusion, now became clear. The reason why I'm here. Chosen with passion and purpose, I can now execute his service. Standing confident and bold, I began to kill souls. The older I grew, the colder I grew. And the innocent little boy that I once knew, I no longer knew. I could not recognize his face, for he had entered into a place, a state of this. This next piece is today. So today, I made a decision. I declare war on this mental state of prison. For the chains that confine me will no longer define me. In the darkness of my solitude, it will only confine me. It would only remind me that I have been a slave asleep, buried in a shallow grave for over 400 years. Forgive me, I am weak. But today, I find the strength to speak, and the passion and the courage to fight for what I seek. As I embrace the patience to endure, purified by the fire, in the midst of this revolution, I will not retire, for I am destined to conquer the devil's empire. So today, I declare victory, because I bear witness that my God is no longer a mystery. For his unconditional love dwells within the midst of me, for he is who I am, and I am you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. This has been great. I am Natasha Brewer. I'm on all social media platforms at It's Tasha B. And my website is tashaB.com. I have a lot of titles, but I'm the owner and founder of Natasha Brewer Consulting and Everlasting TV. I am a songwriter, and I found a love for writing as a child, where I actually started writing poems, which later turned into songs. So the two that I'm reading today, can you guys hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay, so the two I'm reading today is The Strength of a Woman and Rise and Shine. So I'll start with Strength of a Woman. The strength of a woman runs deeper than the eyes can see. She's been through a lot, but saw a brighter future with endless possibilities. She's made things happen in spite of events that would halt a lesser vessel. She silenced the negative voices and the naysayers, all to go to the next level. She was scared, but she did it anyway. She was sad, but wiped her tears and smiled anyway. She had doubts, but she tried anyway. She fell down, but she got up anyway. The strength of a woman is more than that of her physique. It's what she is made of, her heart, that won't let her accept defeat. It's her passion, her tenacity, her tenacious fight, her can-do attitude, and her love that she exudes. This is the strength of a woman, and she's a powerhouse on the move. That's it.
You have us crying, Natasha.
Wow, you must be the new Maya Angelou.
My next one is Rise and Shine.
Natasha,
Uh-oh.
please take a moment and share your website or anything that you have, just so people can look you up as you're reading your next poem, if you don't mind, in the chat box.
Sure. You want me to type it or? Okay.
Yeah, type it. Yep.
Okay. So it's
TashaB.com.
yes, it's Tasha
There
B.
we go.
TashiAB, and everything I do is on here. I'm big about renewing the mind and, just being better and doing better, All right, so Rise and Shine. It goes, from a mother to her daughter, she whispers words to wake her from her slumber. Rise and shine, rise and shine. Don't just rise and don't just shine. Rise not only to be the best she was called to be, but if she should fall, then she must get up, learn the lesson, and proceed. Shine, not only because she was smart and her future was bright, but she was made to be light to this world, to guide people to the truth and toward what's right. These were the words that my mom said to me when I was a little girl. I didn't know the significance of them until this day. She was speaking life into her child in a simple but meaningful way. On this day, I speak life into you, saying, rise and shine, rise and shine. But don't just rise and don't just shine. You were put here to be light. You were not made to be hidden. Your story, your journey was so to bring God the glory. Don't be shy. Don't be ashamed. Your pain, your lessons shall not be in vain. Don't you dare stay asleep. You're going to be just fine. Come on, one and all, rise and shine.
Abdullah has been involved in the arts for over 15 years. She is a spoken word artist, African dancer, drummer, and jewelry artist, just to name a few. Samaya's mission is to utilize her art to heal and nurture the human nation of the world. She focuses a lot into African culture, as the history of her ancestors has been quite a journey. For justice and peace, art is her life and soul. I met Samaya a few years ago, and I am very proud to introduce her. She's very talented. I've seen her perform before, and I'm very, very excited that she was able to join us tonight.
I'm going to ask everyone to close their eyes, sit up straight. When you take your inhales in, make sure your stomach is pushed out as a balloon. And on your exhale, just relax. Deep breath in. Exhale. Deep breath in. Deep breath in. Exhale. breath in. Exhale. You all know You can do it with me at your own pace. Bring the energy higher. On the inhale, on the exhale, inhale. Don't be afraid to release that energy that no longer serves you inside yourself. Inhale. Exhale. The last one. Inhale. Oh, my African people, so great, so full of life. All my universal people, let's strive. All my universal people, so great, so full of life. All my universal people, it's time to think about your health, your wealth, no alcohol and drugs. Stop the violence, we are one. To think about your health, your wealth, no alcohol and drugs. Stop the violence, we are one. All my universal people, so great, so full of life. All my universal people, it's time. All my universal people, so great, so full of life. All my universal people, let's try to think about your health, your wealth, no alcohol and drugs. Stop the violence, we are one. To think about your health, your wealth, no alcohol and drugs. Stop the violence, we are one. 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 He's a warrior. He's my warrior. He's a warrior. He's my warrior. His mind, divine, creative, intense, strong. His heart, sweet, kind, stumbled. His spirit, he is a warrior, a man so strong you wonder about his upbringings, a realness who helps me understand the realness of realization. He is the warrior who has been scarred, antagonized. He still stands 2 feet. His mind continues to grow, his heart covered with his shield to protect him from his phony and foes. This warrior, my warrior, let go, let go, let go. The sunrise welcomes the new battle, blessed to view the sunset. The weapons and guards are then put to rest, and your mind is then at ease. Freedom only exists in our minds. Freedom only exists in our minds. Freedom only exists in our minds. This warrior, my strong, strong warrior. Don't you worry, the sun will set again. This piece is labeled Food Mama. I just recently got it copyrighted, so I'm very excited about that. So this piece is labeled Food Mama. I wrote this piece when I was in Jamaica. I was really thankful to have the opportunity to travel to Jamaica with a very close friend of mine and have the opportunity to work with artists, in Jamaica and write this piece. So yes. Mama gave birth to earth, moon and the sun. Me say black people, don't forget we come from Africa, land of gold, united as one. We spirit past and soon return to the sun. I am your food, mama, to bring you higher food, mama. Food, mama, food, mama. I am your food, mama, to bring you higher food, mama. Food, mama, food, mama. To my dear brothers and my sisters too, put down the cell phones and read something new. Marcus Garvey, he had a lot to say. Seek to learn about the Black Starship today. I am your food, mama, to bring you higher food, mama. Food, mama, food, mama. I am your food, mama, to bring you higher food, mama. Food, mama, food, mama. Stop the bullets and put down the rum. The Babylon system is to bring you down. Hold your head up high, high and face the sky. Don't let them bring you down. I am your food, mama, to bring you higher food, mama. Food, mama, food, mama. I am your food, mama, to bring you higher food, mama. Food, mama, food, mama. Pouring libation for ancestors daily. Righteous African man and woman to be. Teach the young picnic to respect family, so we may have a strong Black community. I'll be your food, mama, bring libations our ancestors bury. Righteous African man and woman to be. Teach the young picnic to respect family. So we may have a strong black community. I am your food mama. To bring you higher food mama. Food mama. Food mama. I am your food mama. To bring you higher food mama. Food mama. Food mama. Thank you. It's called Days. Days. Long mornings, afternoons, and nights. Some days I enjoy locking away myself in my throne and just write. Write about good days, bad days, random, and in the moment days. My thoughts conquer my mind like an animal to a jungle, like a mother to her home. I write about the truth and the things in my life that have went wrong. Being comfortable in your own skin is one step closer to peace. Build your self-confidence and your mind will return with more ease. I will say what you need to hear, what most folks don't want to hear because of the fear of others' opinions. Learning something new as the days catch me by. Some days I feel content and some days I feel high. The high of positive energy. Some days I really don't know me. Other days I'm my only home. Some days may be beautiful and some days may be real, real sweet. With all that sweet talk action, you blah, 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 speak to me. Some days I may be gentle. Some days I'm down and I'll cry. Some days I'm shining yellow, maybe one day caught in a lie. People aren't perfect. We all have our days. Yay. Thank you. Always remember you are with them, and they are always with you too. Ancestors, you, for every day walking with me through my life. Ancestors, you, for guiding me in a power so strong. Ancestors, you, for every day walking with me through my life. Ancestors, you, ancestors, you. Irma, you stand firm. You are that street people come to move their feet. Sipping on libations, people in the community, you practically raise them. You are so sweet. The nurturing energy that you give, being about your family and your biz, equally balanced under one tree. You were there for others and always there for me. Strength, courage, and wisdom, all what we need to get through. Always remember you are with them, and they are always with you too. The nurturing energy that you give, being about your family and your biz, equally balanced under one tree. You were there for others and always there for me. Ancestors, you, for every day walking with me through my life. Ancestors, you, for guiding me in a power so strong. Ancestors, you, for every day walking with me through my life. Ancestors, you, ancestors, you, ancestors, you, for every day walking with me through my life. Ancestors, you, for guiding me in a power so strong. Ancestors, you, for every day walking with me through my life. Ancestors, you, ancestors, you, Irma, you stand firm. You are that street people come to move their feet. Sipping on libations, people in the community, you practice
practically raise them. You are so sweet. Thank you.
Thank you so much, guys, for joining. Thank you for coming. Thank you, everyone here, for coming. Thank you for your support, your encouragement. Without you guys, we can't really have an open mic. Please share the link or share the Eventbrite with your friends. Can I put my, okay, I'll take mine. Please share the Eventbrite with your friends, family. All are welcome, from beginner to advanced. All artists are welcome. One of the reasons why I wanted to start that is to encourage the youth, to show them what talent is out here locally. And now that we have Zoom, we could reach out nationally and worldwide. Like tonight, we had a guest from the UK, which was amazing. So without technology, that wouldn't be possible. So please spread the word. We'd like to continue this. I also want to give a shout out to Majuba. Thank you so much for allowing us to have the space to be able to share the talents. So